Welcome to English Box, Easy English with Julia and Tom. This channel is all about helping you build English into your daily life, gently, naturally, and one small step at a time. I'm Julia, and I'm really glad you're spending this time with us.
And I'm Tom. We're happy you're here, especially because today's topic is something most of us use many times a day, sometimes without even noticing.
That's right, technology. From the moment we wake up and check our phones to sending messages, working online, or watching one more video before bed.
Just one more click, one more notification, and suddenly you forget why you picked up your phone in the first place.
Technology has quietly become part of everyday life. We use it to communicate, work, learn, relax, and sometimes just to avoid doing something else.
And sometimes we use it to delay things we should be doing, like cleaning, exercising, or practicing English.
No judgment here. This episode isn't about using less technology or changing your habits overnight.
Instead, we'll help you talk about technology in simple, natural English, how you use it, how it helps you, and how it sometimes makes life easier or more complicated.
Along the way, we'll introduce useful vocabulary and grammar, from everyday expressions to more advanced words, and explain them naturally as part of our conversation.
We'll speak slowly and clearly so you can listen and practice anywhere, while walking, resting, commuting, or yes, even while using your phone.
You can just listen, or you can repeat the sentences with us. And if you don't understand every word, that's completely okay. Learning works best when you stay relaxed and curious.
Our goal is to help you feel more confident using English in real conversations, especially for modern topics that come up all the time.
Because talking about technology doesn't require perfect English. It just requires simple words and honest ideas.
Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through calm, natural conversations like this, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep creating lessons for you.
All right, whether your phone is face down, on silent, or still in your hand,
Get comfortable, take a breath, and let's start talking about technology, daily habits, and real life in English.
technology in daily life. Tom, let's start simple. What technology do you use every day? I mean, from morning to night. I usually start my day with my phone as an alarm, which is already a very modern digital habit.
Same here. I wake up, turn off the alarm, and immediately check messages. I often tell myself it will take 1 minute, but it usually takes 5 or 10 if I'm honest.
That's very honest. When we say usually or often, we're using adverbs of frequency to show how regular an action is. For example, I sometimes check my phone before getting out of bed, but I usually wait until after coffee.
That sounds healthier than me. I rely on my phone for almost everything. Messages, maps, notes, even reminders to drink water. When you rely on something, it means you depend on it, not just use it once in a while.
Exactly. And your phone is a device, which means a tool like a phone, tablet, or laptop. I use several devices every day, but I try not to use them all at the same time.
I try, but I often fail. I'll be on my laptop, checking something on my phone, while music plays from another device. That's multitasking. Or maybe just distraction.
Many people feel the same. I'd say I'm a lighter user than you. I mainly use technology for work, navigation, and staying in touch, not constantly for entertainment.
That's a good balance. I don't think using technology a lot is bad, unless we don't notice how much we use it. Talking about habits helps us become more aware without judging ourselves.
Well said. And notice we're using the present simple. I use, I rely on, I check, because we're talking about regular actions. This tense is perfect for daily routines.
So for our listeners, try this sentence. I usually use my phone to manage my schedule and stay connected.
Or this one. I rely on technology for navigation, communication, and organizing my daily life.
Keep it simple and honest. One clear sentence is enough.
Technology for work and study. Let's talk about work and study, Tom. How does technology help you during a normal workday?
For me, it makes many things faster. Online documents, calendars, and learning apps help me stay organized and efficient, meaning I save time and effort.
I agree, most of the time. Yesterday, technology helped me finish a report quickly, but it also stressed me out.
I had 5 emails, 3 messages, and 1 online meeting happening at the same time, which felt a bit overwhelming.
That's a good word to notice. When something is overwhelming, it means there's too much to handle at once. Technology helps us, but when everything happens together, it can make work harder instead of easier.
Exactly. Last week I worked from home and I thought it would be calm. Instead, I kept checking messages during meetings, which was a big distraction, something that breaks your focus.
I've been there too. Technology helps me communicate and learn, but it also makes it harder to focus if I don't manage it well. Notice how we're mixing the past simple, I worked, I thought, with the present simple to talk about habits and general truth.
Nice grammar moment. In the past, I tried multitasking because I thought it was productive. Now I know it often slows me down and makes mistakes more likely.
Same here. I use learning apps and online tools every day, especially for language practice, but I also set limits, like turning off notifications, so technology supports my work instead of controlling it.
That's the balance. Technology isn't the problem. How we use it matters more. Some tools are helpful, but too many tools at once can feel like noise.
Well said. So for our listeners, try this sentence. Technology helps me study and communicate more efficiently.
And another one. Sometimes technology feels overwhelming when I try to do too many things at once.
Remember, you don't need perfect control. Just being aware is already a good step.
Exactly. Progress, not perfection.
Good and bad sides of technology. Tom, we've talked a lot about how we use technology, but now let's be honest. What do you think is one good thing about technology in daily life?
I think the biggest benefit is convenience. Technology makes many things faster and easier. Paying bills, finding information, or ordering food when you're too tired to cook.
I agree. For me, technology saves time and energy. I can work, learn, and stay in touch with people without leaving my house, which is very helpful on busy days.
That's true, but of course, there's always another side. One clear drawback is stress. When my phone never stops buzzing, my brain feels like it's working overtime.
Yes, too much technology can feel overwhelming. In my opinion, it can affect our attention. We start checking our phones more often and focusing less deeply.
Exactly. Sometimes I notice that technology makes me less patient. If something loads slowly, I immediately feel annoyed, which is a little ridiculous when you think about it.
That's very honest. I think technology is neither good nor bad by itself. It really depends on how we use it and how much control we have.
I completely agree. The key word here is balance, which means keeping things in a healthy mix. Too little technology can be inconvenient, but too much can be exhausting.
Well said. For example, technology is better when it supports our life, not when it replaces real rest, real conversations, or real sleep.
Yes, and comparison is helpful here. Using technology mindfully is better than using it constantly. Less screen time before bed is often better for our health.
I think awareness is more important than guilt. We don't need to feel bad about using technology. We just need to notice when it stops helping us.
Exactly. So maybe the goal isn't to quit technology, but to use it in a way that feels calm and intentional.
Technology in the future.
Julia, let's talk about the future. When I think about future technology, I imagine a smart fridge that judges me every time I open it at midnight.
That sounds very realistic and slightly terrifying. But jokes aside, future technology will probably become even more connected to our daily lives.
Yes, especially with automation, which means machines doing tasks that humans usually do. Some people worry robots will do all the work while we just sit and drink coffee.
That's a common fear. Personally, I think automation will change work, but it won't remove people completely. Humans will still make decisions, solve problems, and add creativity.
I hope so. In the future, many jobs might change and people will need to adapt, meaning adjust to new situations instead of fighting them.
Exactly. Adapting doesn't mean loving every new device. It just means learning how to use technology in a way that supports your life.
Still, I feel a bit uncertain about the future. That means I'm not completely sure what will happen, especially with AI becoming more powerful.
That's very natural. I feel curious more than worried. I think technology will continue to help with health, education, and communication if we use it carefully.
In the future, I think smart devices will become even smarter. My phone might not only wake me up, but also tell me, "Tom, go to bed earlier tonight."
That might actually be useful. I believe future technology will focus more on helping people live better, not just faster.
That's a nice way to see it. I might feel worried about privacy sometimes, but I'm also excited about learning new tools.
And that mix of feelings is okay. You can feel excited and worried at the same time. Talking about the future doesn't require technical language, just honest thoughts.
Exactly. For example, you can say, "In the future, I think technology will make life easier." Or, "I feel worried about spending too much time online."
Simple sentences are enough. What matters is expressing your ideas clearly and calmly.
Because the future may change, but learning to talk about it in English is something you can start today.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. Today, we talked all about technology, how we use it in daily life, how it helps us work and study, how it changes communication, the good and bad sides of technology, and even how we feel about its future, all through simple, real-life English you can use every day.
And remember, speaking English well doesn't mean speaking perfectly. When you talk about familiar topics like your phone, your apps, or how you use the internet, English feels much more natural and much less stressful.
Before we finish, let's quickly review some useful vocabulary we learned today, including a few more advanced words. First, device means a piece of technology, like a phone, laptop, or tablet. For example, my phone is the main device I use every day.
We also talked about rely on, which means to depend on something. For example, I rely on my phone to check messages and directions.
Another useful word is efficient. This means doing something in a way that saves time and energy. For example, technology helps me work more efficiently.
We also used distraction, which means something that breaks your focus. For example, social media can be a distraction while I'm working.
When we talked about opinions, we used benefit, meaning something good you gain. For example, one benefit of technology is easy communication. And drawback, which means a negative part. For example, one drawback is spending too much time online.
For the future, we learned automation, meaning machines doing human tasks. Example, automation may change how people work. We also talked about adapt, which means to adjust to new situations. Example, we need to adapt to new technology.
Finally, we used uncertain, meaning not sure what will happen. Example, I feel uncertain about how technology will change in the future. If you remember even a few of these words, you're already making great progress.
Now it's your turn to practice. Try saying 1 or 2 sentences about technology in your life.
You can say them out loud or write them in the comments. Small practice really adds up.
For example, I rely on technology for my work. Or, I feel excited but a little worried about future technology.
If you enjoy learning English through calm, natural conversations like this, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue creating lessons for busy learners like you.
Thank you for spending this time with us. Be patient with yourself, trust your progress, and keep practicing, one real sentence at a time.
We'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.